Hi, this is David Silverman, and I directed this episode, the Halloween episode of this season. And, oops, there I was. Wes, you better take over. I stopped drawing.
Hi, this is Wes, and I am here drawing with Dave, but I didn't work on this. Hey!
There it is. That's perfect. It looks just like you.
Does that look like me?
Yes, absolutely. Now this, I'll say one thing about this. This was based, as you know, on Rod Serling, or Old Lockjaw, as my dad used to call him. So we draw Bart with grit teeth as much as possible and half-lidded eyes. There we go. Oh, that's the Roy Lichtenstein Homer that was really funny. But we didn't think it was as funny as Van Gogh, apparently, so we got rid of it. So there is my best drawing of Bart ever. It's fabulous. This device works really well.
I think Matt Groening's Barts have more charm than the Rod Serling Bart.
I think you're right. But it was necessary for this episode, the Rod Serling Bart.
Diabolical beast to stalk the earth. Of course, I refer to...
You know, the old Bart had a million spikes on his head.
Yes.
And he was meaner looking, too. and his nose was bigger or something. He was kind of like that. The original Tracy Ullman show.
Right. And Homer, of course, was more, I think he was kind of like this. This is sort of like...
Sorry,
and the hair
Homer.
was,
While you were daydreaming,
his
we
eyes
ate
were
all
smaller,
donuts.
Well, there were a
and
few
the hair was
left, but we
kind of
chucked them
like
in an
that.
old bag
Yeah.
for kicks.
And he had little tiny hoops like this.
Then we tried different...
Tie.
We tried different mouth shapes, and like when he would talk, he would stretch his mouth way back beyond his beard line.
Yes. That was an early experiment.
And it got a little out of control.
Yeah, because at times we would
So-
make it like this sometimes.
Yeah.
And we would sometimes do that with Marge, too. And then we'd say, you know, we're really stupid.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
It's always the one
But
you least suspect.
for to sustain the emotion of a show that Jim Brooks kind of you wanted you to forget that it's animation sometimes. You know, kind of pulled it back to normal
Yeah.
mouth where it
goat-legged fellow?
was just a little softer, not so
Right.
harsh.
Right. Exactly. So, now in this show, you'll notice that Flanders is the devil. It was very easy to do. We just put horns behind him until he turned into this Fantasia character. And then he got much angrier and muscular. Oh, look how strong he is now. Look at that dude. He's got muscles.
Is that Batman?
It is, isn't it? I don't know what I'm drawing. I don't know what's wrong. What got into me? I have no idea. I should be drawing The Simpsons. No.
Wow. How come they have 3 fingers and a thumb?
It's an animation convention, you see, because we have we have a big mess. You see, this is our hand. For those of you who don't know, we have this and we have that. But normally when we move, these 2 fingers sort of move in unison. Really? See? Like that. If you notice when you make gestures.
Well, do you ever get
that
asked that? Why do they only have 3 fingers?
Yeah, so this is why we do. So
I
we
just
take
tell
these
them-
fingers and we tie that together.
I just tell them I cut one off, and we cut one off and like send it to the emperor. And
Who's emperor now? I forget.
Due process and fair trials.
Well, that's probably what
This is
happened.
always so much
So
easier in
we used to
Mexico.
draw them like
All right.
this.
Very well.
Like that.
We'll have the trial
See, they had,
tomorrow at the stroke of
and
midnight.
occasionally come out like that.
I'll take you to
But
hell.
then we decided that get this, and all the it was very distracting. It was expensive.
well, the anatomy of a finger is you have to be sure you understand, the relative diameter and of the interior disc between the 1 digit and the 2 digit.
Yes. Oops.
Lawyers. Oh, Lionel Hutz. Cases won in 30 minutes or your pizza's free.
Here's these are actual human
I'd sell my
fingers.
soul
See?
for a Formula
That's like
1
that.
racing car.
And here's a thumb.
That
There we
can
go.
be arranged.
So that, but
Changed
Simpson
my mind.
fingers
Sorry.
are like this.
Bart, stop pestering Satan.
It's very simple. Now, I hope that answers all your questions about how we animate
All right,
hands.
let's do a run cycle.
Okay. This is Homer, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's the first step. Hands aside. Yeah.
What's he running from?
He's running from the devil at this point. So that's the first drawing, right? Okay, the next drawing would be like this. because you use exaggeration.
So, what'd you do?
I owned a rifle and worked at the post office. Put it together.
Hey, hi.
Now, you don't see this distortion,
Great,
but it's there.
Edgar Hoover.
And you display the hands out like that. I can't. It should go off screen like that. So that'll be the second drawing.
From here, this pose to this pose,
Yes.
I would say there's about 52 in between.
52
drawings.
in betweens. That's a fast run.
And some of them take up half a frame of film.
Exactly, because we animate on halves.
Mr. Simpson,
Because
don't
you know
worry. I watched Matt
the
walk in
animation
the
is
bar
that
last
fluid.
night. The sound wasn't
And,
on, but I think I got
so
the gist
then,
of it.
when he comes to a stop, he usually puts his foot out like so to break, and then we make the ground bunch up like this, like a carpet.
Yeah.
And and then we put his body way down here.
Very well. But first, some ground rules. Number
And,
one, we get bathroom breaks every half
This is
hour.
rough, by the way. This is we clean it up
the
later.
jury will be chosen by me.
And
Agreed. No, wait.
and that's how he comes to a stop.
I give you
Nice
the
drawing.
jury of
That's
the
bad.
damned.
Can we save this anyway? Can we? Oh, we can't.
Lizzie Borden, Richard
Yeah, we
Nixon,
always have them run
Ronald
slower
Reagan.
when
In fact, I just wrote it
when
on
they're
the
running
front.
on grass
Yes, I
or
did a favor
carpet.
for you.
Right.
And hardwood
John
floors
Wilkes Booth, Blackbeard the pirate, John
sort of cut
Dillinger,
down on the
and
expense
starting line of the 1976
because we only have to do,
Philadelphia
10 drawing walk cycles instead of 14 drawing walk
Right.
cycles.
You notice we do a lot of walking
Lisa
inside
gets
rather
some
than
chairs
outside
from
because of that.
upstairs.
And when he's smiling, he might walk 1 or 2 drawings faster
So you read the expression.
because he's happy. So he's kind of upbeat.
This chair.
He's got a little strut.
You'll notice that there's only one eye on Homer. This other eye has to be about here. But then when you animate together, the illusion, they connect like that, like that. And his hair, that's usually added overseas because And see, I can't add the hair here because I'm not licensed to.
That was a right pretty speech, sir. But I ask you, what is a contract? Webster's defines it as an agreement under the law which is unbreakable. Which is unbreakable. Excuse me, I must use the restroom.
This is a Fox show, by the way, and it's sanctioned. by-
Maggie has a great little cycle where she falls over.
Yes, yes. She used to fall over a lot, I believe.
Yeah, until we got a call from CPS.
Wait, before you sit
We just told her
down,
that she was drinking, and
That's a photo of
they
They
didn't
didn't like
they
that.
didn't like that one.
Well, I told her we gave her 1 sip, and then something like she grabbed it behind her back.
We used to have to animate
before
Maggie
the wedding.
drinking.
Mom, Madison made more sense.
Read the back.
I probably
You know,
can't finish
CPS occupies the floor adjacent to Film Roman.
this. Really?
Dave. So I wouldn't.
I shouldn't draw any further, should I?
Let's just.
This is milk.
Deborah, you have given me your hand in marriage. Or I can give you in
So
return
now
is my
it's
Good.
soul,
okay.
which I
No,
take.
see, we fixed that up.
must
Well,
have
she used to get
made
drunk off milk, like those guys in that Alien show. What the heck was it called? Alienation or V or something like that.
Your Honor, we
But,
find
orange
Homer
juice has
Simpson's soul
calcium.
is legally the property of Marge Simpson and not of the devil.
It's true.
Well, I didn't win. Here's your pizza.
Why not orange juice?
That's okay, the box is empty.
All right, Simpson, you get your soul back. But let the
Maggie would get
evil
drunk off of orange
donut
juice,
be
that's true.
forever
How do you
in
like
your
my
head.
Maggie?
It's adorable. It's absolutely adorable.
Could you get her a ladder there?
I don't know. I don't know. I think all this is just.
Hi, this is Matt Grandy here. and,
Get out of the way. Sorry. Well, here.
No. I think you're fired. No, I think we've learned a lot about animation and the minds of animators in this.
Would
little
you like to
session.
draw?
Would you like to try?
Well, you know what? I just want to just say one thing because I know we're running long, but look. So this is how I draw Bart, and there's a little secret in the design of Bart.
Drive me perfect every time.
M. Look, see, I've hid my initials in Bart. So there you go.
Hooray!